Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with another fashion video and I'm jumping straight into like autumn transitional pieces that I've been adding to my wardrobe and kind of picking up over the last few months. Just for those days when it's a little bit chillier and obviously they're becoming far more frequent. I keep seeing things about pumpkin spice lattes, candles, slippers, maybe less slippers, but things like that coming up on my Twitter and I'm like, oh my god, it's happening, autumn is happening. So I guess it's kind of acceptable for me to start talking about the cozier pieces in my wardrobe. Actually, looking at the bits I've picked out, there is minimal burgundy, minimal cable knit, so I'm easing you in slightly here. We're not jumping in right in the deep end, but I thought I'd show you some of the things I'm going to start wearing more towards September, October, just when it starts getting colder, less 24, more, 17 degrees, so let's get going. So the first items I'm going to be talking about are dresses. A few of them I've picked up more recently and a few are things that I've been kind of collecting in my wardrobe over the last few months. But the first thing is this dress from ASOS. This is one of my favourite new purchases and this is kind of like a crepe fabric. It's almost like a cowgirl style where it's got this like ruffling around the shoulders, which I absolutely love. It kind of like girlies up the kind of shirt dress, which sometimes on me can look a bit boyish or a bit boxy, which I don't always love. But it's fit and flare and it's a really kind of light kind of swing material, so when you're swinging, definitely not why it's called that. But anyway, I really love this. I love the pattern on it and I think the fact that it's on like a black kind of fabric means it's a lot more wearable for the winter months. You can pair it with tights and little ankle boots or a biker jacket, anything like that, and I've really been loving it. As you can tell, it's just come out of the wash. I don't know if you can tell, but it's a little bit creased, but really love that. So that is definitely one of my favourites. The next dress I picked up recently from ASOS is this one, which is a navy maxi dress. It looks better on than it does on the hanger because it's, as you can see, the neck's super wide, but this is from Very Moda and it is really beautiful. It's got that kind of high Victoriana neckline, which I seem to be really loving at the moment. It's got also this really beautiful velvet detail on the waist and on the cuffs, which kind of ties into a little bow, which I absolutely love. The thing I love most about this is the fact it's a maxi dress. I've never really done a maxi dress for autumn or winter. I'm kind of more like a tights and a mini dress kind of person, but I really love this. I think it looks really cool with ankle boots and a big hat, kind of like the Florence and the Machine kind of look, which I really think is very cool, very 70s, which is very cool this season if you're kind of being trendy about it. But I just picked this up because it's the kind of thing that I always kind of lean to. I like patterns and dark prints, but it's also very girly, and the fact it's quite light means you can kind of have that transitional look without kind of going all out heavy fabrics and getting really sweaty on the tube or commuting or anything like that. So I really love that. As you can tell, I'm also wearing something quite similar. This is another recent purchase from Topshop. Obviously the fact it's lighter makes it a tiny bit more summery, but it's a really gorgeous midi length, which makes it a lot more wearable for the cooler months, so you can pair it with ankle boots again, keep coming up with ankle boots, which I will move on to shortly, or biker jackets, or even kind of throwing a big chunky knit over it so you can kind of fold it over with a little belt and then you've kind of got that midi skirt waistline and silhouette, which I also really love. So yeah, anything like this I've definitely been turning to kind of take me out of my white summer dress phase and into something a little bit more transitional. So moving on to ankle boots now. I do have a couple of pairs I've had for absolutely ages, just classic black pointed ankle boots I will just keep in my wardrobe all year round. I will never change them up depending on the season, but I have picked up a new pair of ankle boots this year just to kind of snazz things up a little bit, and these are this pair. It's this pair from Miss Selfridge, which I am in love with. They are definitely a bit of a statement boot. They're probably not to everybody's taste, but I'm obsessed with them. I saw them months ago, I think on their Instagram, and then I saw a stylisted piece about them, and I've since seen them in lots of different fashion magazines, but these are so cool. They are a really lovely kind of velvety material, really beautiful embroidery, which is floral, and they've just got quite a chunky heel, which is quite comfortable, although the sole is very flat, so they're probably not the kind of shoe you could wear for hours and hours, but nonetheless, I absolutely love them. I love the gold detailing and I think they're going to look amazing with little kick flare jeans. I've got a pair of jeans I'm going to talk about shortly, which they look really cool with a nice light wash denim. Kind of adds a little bit of something to just more simple outfits, even if you've got a nice kind of chunky jumper on. and just simple jeans, they kind of add something which is slightly more trend-led, but they just, yeah, they snazz up kind of a more simple outfit, which I really love. And yeah, they're kind of different for me because I'm quite a safe shoe girl in the winter. I'm very much a fan of, you know, a chunky brogue or a big boot, and I kind of don't really ever lean off in any other direction. So these are a very welcome addition to my wardrobe, and I'm really excited to be styling these up, so very much stay tuned. Cannot talk today, can I? So stay tuned to see how I wear these. Keeping on to the theme of more printed items, I've picked up another blouse from Next. Next are a brand who constantly surprise me with their amazing pieces every year. The two things I love most from their collections are shoes and shirts. They're the two things that I can always go on their site and find. If you've read my blog, or if you read my blog, you'll probably notice I've been wearing a pair of their trainers literally non-stop this year. They're just kind of Converse plimsoll style shoes, but they just always get it right, and they get really comfy shoes. I think I remember when I was going to school, I'd always get my school shoes from Next because they were always the most comfortable, and I very much stick by that. Anyway, back on to the tangent that I was meant to be on, is this blouse I picked up. I think I saw this in a magazine. I was looking for some blouses to kind of pair with dungarees, high-waisted skirts and jeans, and their pyjama style shirts really caught my eye, especially this one, which I am absolutely obsessed with. It's kind of like a bluey lilac. It's definitely a colour I don't have a lot of in my wardrobe, but it's got this beautiful, I can't really describe it. It's almost like the kind of print you get on a kind of kimono. Beautiful intricate floral and bird print, which I'm obsessed with. But it's really cool. It's kind of, again, like a crepe fabric, so it's quite light. It's still almost quite thick for a shirt, but I think that's quite nice in the winter because you can layer it up again. And it looks really cool, just tucked in with a pair of high-waisted jeans, again with boots, or even something more nightimey if you had your hair up, big hoops, and kind of something a bit more glam. So I really love this. I think it's a nice kind of summer to autumn kind of piece, so yeah, big fan of this. Moving on to bottoms. If, like me, you're a big denim lover, the best thing I can suggest kind of going from summer to autumn is to switch up your denim wardrobe, because I think denim is the foundation of a really good fail-safe wardrobe, or capsule wardrobe if you like. In summer I kind of lean towards shorts and pale light wash denims, whether that's culottes or mini skirts. But for autumn I'm going to kind of switch it up a little, but I tend to go for darker washes and even different cuts of jeans. So I thought I'd introduce you to a couple of things that I'm switching up in my wardrobe. The first being these jeans from Gap, which I have not very delicately organised, and they are undone because I've been wearing them a lot. But there's this pair, which are the Gap Best Girlfriend jeans, and let me tell you, they're my best pair of girlfriend jeans. These are very cool because they've kind of got two different washes on them. They've got a mark on them as well. Again, very much loved. They've got this kind of stripe down the side, which I think is very cool. It mixes it up a lot, but they're quite light, but they've also got this dark kind of bit at the back, which I think is very cool, kind of a bit different for me. And it's also got this kind of step hem, which I know is very popular at the moment. It's great if you like a jean that kind of cuts above your ankle, but still like that kind of almost straight leg kind of look. But I've been absolutely loving these, wearing them tucked in with big jumpers, ankle boots again, or trainers, and just things like this I think are a really nice way to mix up your wardrobe, especially going from season to season. Another thing I've picked up recently, is this skirt from Glamorous, which I absolutely love. I think this was on Zalando. There's quite a few different styles of this going around, but I really love the fact that it's slightly different for me. I've got a lot of the button-up kind of skirts that have been kind of fashionable since I think Alexa Chung designed the one for A.K.A, which I'm obsessed with. But this one is a little wrap skirt, which I think is quite cool. It's a little bit more whistlesy, a bit different. And this, again, I've been loving. It's slightly darker, so it looks great with tights. If we're going to talk about the T word just yet, I know it's a bit early. But again, really cool, quite high-waisted, so it looks really cool tucked in with things. I'd love it with a little roll neck. Roll necks are another thing hugely love. But yeah, really love this skirt. Last but not least, I'm talking about knitwear, because what transitional wardrobe is complete without knitwear? We all have it in our wardrobes. I have collected a few pieces more recently because I realised I was lacking quite a few core basics. I tend to pick up things that are quite statement sometimes because I just gravitate towards those kind of things. but I realised I didn't really have any very good things I could just throw on with a t-shirt if I needed to pop to the shops, for example. So the first thing I picked up is this cardigan from ASOS, which I have worn to death. I'm probably going to have to invest in another because I don't know if I'm going to see this through winter because I've just worn it so much. But it is this grey cardigan. It's quite oversized, kind of boyfriendy, which I really love, and it's the softest fabric ever. I've been hand washing it because although that's not necessary, I just really want to keep it in the best neck possible because I love it so much. It's not got any pockets or anything, and it's just got these really cute, wherever they are, there you go, grey buttons which are quite chunky. So it's just a really nice kind of preppy cardigan just to throw on over a t-shirt or a striped top if you want something still kind of informal but just a really cozy little piece, especially when it gets cooler in the evening, you've got a little dress on. Absolutely love that. Another great knit piece I picked up is from Boden. Boden are champions of knitwear. I cannot talk about them enough. If you are after any great knitwear pieces, whether that's cashmere, wool, absolutely anything, they have it. Honestly, their colour selection is amazing and you'll be surprised, let me tell you. So if you're unsure where to get your knitwear from this season that definitely will last you for years, Boden. Speaking of, I picked up this grey jumper which I absolutely love. It looks quite basic on first appearances, but it's got these gorgeous gold button details on the cuffs, and it's also got this really cute little pink lining just around the kind of the bottom hem, which is very cool if you want untucked, and it's just one of those things that you just catch it sometimes, and it looks really cute and it's really girly, and it just adds a lot of something to a very simple, reliable grey jumper, which I love. It's got a really nice high neck, so if you wanted to put like a collar underneath it. I've seen on ASOS they've got a few like Victoriana style collars which kind of are just like bibs basically, but if you put them under a jumper like this, makes it a little bit more interesting, a bit more special. So they're a really great piece as well if you've already got jumpers like this and you want to kind of snazz it up without buying more blouses. They are a really good bet. I will pop a few in the description that I've seen because I don't actually have any to hand, so yeah, definitely need to pick one of those up too. The last thing I'm going to talk to you about is this jumper that I picked up from Whistles, which I absolutely love. The thing I love most about this is I think with stripes, especially multicoloured stripes, you can pick out colours and it goes with everything. Obviously this one's got navy, burgundy, pink, olive green, it's got all sorts, so you can very easily pair it with so many things you already have in your wardrobe. I love wearing this little denim mini skirts. I've got a really gorgeous burgundy pleated midi skirt which will look amazing, and I've also got a lot of pink still from my summer wardrobe which I'll definitely be carrying over. So it's kind of being able to pair things with the colours in an item which really kind of pull together a look, I think. I love this as well. It's very 70s, very cool, and it's very fitted as well, so it's quite girly, and it's really flattering as well. It's really nice fabric, again quite light, so you can just kind of wear it on its own. You don't need to wear it with lots of layers. And it'll just be great in the winter months as well with shirts underneath. Again, layered up, on its own. Yeah, it's a jumper, there's not a lot I can say about it, but I absolutely love it, and yeah, Whistles, great collection at the moment too. So I really hope you've enjoyed this video and I haven't waffled too much. I feel like I could talk about clothes all day. Obviously there'll be a lot of things you probably already have in your wardrobe that are similar, whether that's midi dresses, and I hope I've given you a few styling ideas. If you'd like to see anything else like this, please let me know. I have a back to school style video coming soon, which a lot of you seem to really like the idea of, so let me know if there's anything else too, and I will see you on Sunday. So have a great week. Bye!